I'll start again. If you've learned how something was built in the first place, it's going to be a lot easier to understand how to mend it. You can look at something and I know that I can see how it's broken and I can fix it. And that's important in restoring and conserving heritage buildings. I'm Simon Dunn. I'm a furniture maker and a carpenter. I work on mostly historical stuff, and today we're doing a project. We're trying to teach people some basic timber framing techniques. So we're working on a sort of small house-like structure on a relatively small scale. It's just enough to show people how to do all the joints that we're going to be using. We've got Mortise and Tenon joints top and bottom here. The Mortise and Tenon joint is the basis of all timber framing. So you have the mortise, which is cut out with a drill and a chisel, and the tenon, which is cut out with a saw. These two go together, and these joints are then pegged with wooden pegs. So they come in various forms. Like if you've got a roof structure, they'll be sloping, so to create the rafters. That's the sort of thing we're trying to teach people today. Basically, I've got everything I need here to make a timber frame of whatever size. If you want to do something in your garden or something, this is all you need. A couple of chisels, marking gauge is useful but not essential, a tri-square, tape measure obviously, pencil, a mallet, a handsaw and a drill. Drill's not even essential. Maybe then I'll get on and show you how to do one. So if we say we want a 50mm tenon, so I'll mark that off here. Mark the tenon all the way round with a tri-square, and then if we mark what we call the cheeks of the tenon with the marking gauge, so I've got this set so that it'll make a 30mm wide tenon in the middle. So this is just a sharp point with a fence to run it against, so that gives you a clear line there. So we mark that all the way around on both sides, and then we just need a handsaw. For this I just really need my glasses, so we can just start on the edge of the mark and then you run down the cheek of the tenon using hand saws. It seems like a simple skill, but it takes a little bit of learning. Then I'll flip it over and do the other side. I'll straighten it up in the vise a bit, and then I can run it down to the shoulder. So that's all the way down there. Then we want to cut these shoulders here. Again, start at the far edge. There you go. I mean, this only takes moments if you're using power tools, but I think it's important to learn how to use hand tools to do very simple jobs. Knock that bit off. So that's one tenon. This is one of the pieces that the students are working on. I'll just cut one of these mortises into it. So I've marked the sides of it. So this is the area we're going to chop out. I'll start with each corner. So now I'm working down each side, drilling out as much waste as I can. Oh, that's popped off there, that'll have to do. Right, so now we've got mallet and chisel. Ideally, you want a chisel the same width as the mortise. Working round the edge of the mortise all the way round, just defining it a bit. When you're cutting these side bits, you can get quite a deep cut. The more accurate you can be at this stage, the easier it will be to finish the mortise. Once that's started, you can start hogging some of this waste out the middle. You want to just leave the chisel enough room to move. I think there might be a bit of a knot in there somewhere. There are other tools like chain mortises, but these are all very specialist and expensive tools. It can always be done by hand. Yeah, I think in general heritage skills are important because it's not only the right way of doing things, it's the simpler way of doing things. I think I'm getting close there. I'll just check it for depth. Yeah, that should fit now. There we go. Job's a good one. They're important skills to learn and keep alive, and if it's something you enjoy, get stuck in.